am really keen to talk to you about what's going on in New York City, because I love it when people are forced to suckle at the teat of their own disastrous ideology. And that clearly is what's happening now, all right? New York was, hey, come on, dreamers, come on down, we'll bus you in, we'll fly you in, anyone can make a home in New York City. And now they've realised they've got far too many of them. They can't cater for them. And supposedly, the mayor, Eric Adams, is launching a $53 million pilot programme to provide prepaid credit cards for migrant families staying in New York City hotels. What the heck is happening here? Families could receive up to $1,000 monthly, refilled every 28 days. I don't know why you and I bother working, you know. Seriously, why do we bother working when I could just get on a plane to Ecuador or somewhere, walk through the southern border, find myself in a New York City hotel receiving $1,000 a month?
You'll find yourself in a very nice New York City hotel. And by the way, you won't need a family to do it. The Biden administration is pretending that this is all about helping young families. I was walking around New York not so long ago. I was walking past the Roosevelt Hotel. This is one of the most famous hotels in New York. Big, beautiful hotel right there by Vanderbilt, right by Fifth Avenue, right by Grand Central, prime real estate. And I look around and I see a ton of fighting age foreign men, some clearly from Latin America, some clearly from Africa, at the very least from Caribbean islands, from all over the place. Because don't forget, the migration crisis is leading people to do exactly what you just said, which is they'll fly in from another continent. They'll land in Nicaragua or Honduras, and they'll just walk right up and they'll enter into the U.S. There were maybe a couple of young women, a couple of kids, but what we're talking about here is young men. We're talking about economic migrants who are coming here and are not only being given the opportunity to work, they're being given credit cards. They're being put up at some of the nicest hotels in New York City. Meanwhile, New Yorkers are being kicked out of their parks. New Yorkers are being kicked out of the facilities that they use for recreation and for work. The New York City mayor, Eric Adams, tried to push against this. He said illegal immigration might destroy New York City. He had a meeting with the Biden White House scheduled, and then what happened? Just before that meeting with the Biden White House, Eric Adams started to be investigated for corruption. And all of a sudden, he dropped his pointed remarks about illegal immigration. This is what the liberal establishment must protect. They recognize that their long-term political prospects will only be served by importing a mass flux of foreigners who they believe they can control. And they will not give it up for anything.
You know what, though? My only hope is that at some point this comes down and bites them in the backside, because we're importing a load of people into Britain, right, who do not have the same values as our liberal elite when it comes to women's rights, who do not have the same values as our liberal elite when it comes to gay rights, who do not have the same values as our liberal elite, frankly, when it comes to absolutely anything. And at some point, those two groups of people are going to have to meet. And I really hope, I mean, I don't think it's going to happen, but I really hope that one day, both in America and Britain, the very people who imported all of these legal immigrants get voted out by them as well, because you know what? They don't like their woke progressive ideologies. But Michael, thank you very, very much. Absolutely tremendous to have you on the show. I'm a massive fan. I hope to talk to you again very, very soon. That is the wonderful Michael Knowles, off of The Michael Knowles Show on the fabulous Daily Wire. Take care.
Thank you so much for having me. Pleasure to be with you. I'll look forward to the next time.